you wanted to study abroad, then just give it a chance. In programming, they basically asked me a question on like pointer.
So hey guys, welcome to your channel Travel with Meg and welcome to another video from interview series. And today we have Amol Bhavar from Mumbai, India. And today he is going to share his experience about the offer letter that he got from University of Sapienza and University of Pisa. So hello Amol, welcome to the channel.
Hello Meghna, thanks for the invitation.
So should we start, Amol? Okay, great. So viewers, first of all, I will just give you a brief highlight about Amol so that you can read it. So you can see it on the screen. So in this video, guys, we are gonna speak about his experience, but basically we will concentrate on his interview experience, on his interview questions, the document that he submitted exactly, and the key points that lead to his selection in the university. So Amol, can you just little bit tell about like your experience, how you applied and how you search this university and when you have this thought that you want to study in Italy?
So basically, I'm very specific about my course. So in the first go, I don't have any specific country in my mind, but I start searching for the universities which provide this course. As I get good number of universities like from Norway and from Germany and from Italy. I got 4 or 5 options from Italy, so I applied in Padua, Pisa, and Sapienza.
What documents that you have submitted in the university? Is there any special documents other than letter of recommendations and motivation letter?
No, for all the universities, documents are same. Like you need your passport, mark sheet, transcript, letter of recommendation, and SOP. So
okay, any website that you referred?
master portal and master studies. Basically, university is the website that you should refer for the universities in Italy. But I get to know about it later.
So moving on to the very important topic, that is the interview. So you gave interview in Sapienza and you gave interview in University of Pisa as well. So can you please share the interview experience?
So in interview, basically, they check your background, like whatever you studies in bachelor. So yeah, your basic concepts clear or not. And the first question in both the interview they ask me is like, why you want to study masters in cybersecurity and why in our university. Then they basically ask me some basic question in my bachelor's, like as I'm from computer science, so they ask me question on coding and programming languages based on mathematics, probability. So interview in both the universities are pretty much same. Question are the same.
And the time, I mean, how much time?
Yeah, interview is not very long. They already mentioned in the that mail that interview will be not more than 50 to 20 minutes more. So yeah, it's very short, but they ask some many questions in that, so very quickly you have to give answers. Don't wait for the your response. Ask me about my project, like what project I did in my bachelor's. In programming, they basically asked me a question on like pointer and what is a null pointer and where we use like pointer and technologies like in MySQL database, like how you can write query for database or selecting or updating any type of database. And basically in they asked me question on basis of probability, like how will you define the probability. That's the question I remember.
Right. I'm sure this will help a lot of students who want to apply. So still the admissions are open for this courses or it's closed?
No, I think application deadline is around 31st May for Sapienza, and for PISA it's still going on.
So I think, yeah, after seeing this video, many students can apply and they can get help, like how was your interview? Okay. A very important this question as well, that what do you think that were the key points that lead to your acceptance in the university?
So basically, like as I said, from my bachelor's, I really wanted to go in the field of information security or cyber security. So from my college days, I have started working on that. I had done some certification as well. Even I have around 1.5 years of experience, and which is relevant to this field as well.
Anything like anything you want to share, Amol? I mean, you want to give some tips to the students who are applying and
suggestion I really wanted to give to all the students, like when we think about the abroad study, students think like will require a lot of money So because of that, most of students, don't even try to apply, or many scholarship and many funding options available for the students. So if you have, don't just think about the money. Like if you have that will, you will really get something. So you wanted to study abroad, then just give it a chance.
Just give it a chance. I mean, I totally agree with you because when I was also coming to Italy 3.5 years back, this thing was in my mind that Italy, I mean, the study will be very expensive if you're sorry if you're
Yeah,
going abroad, right? But we don't know that they provide scholarships and they promote free education because we have mentality what we see in India, right? And
right.
another thing is upon percentage, I just want to speak with you because many students they are concerned about their percentage. If they have low percentage, they won't able to take admission. So do you think that any point during your interview or during your process that your percentage played an important role and not the other documents?
It's not like if you have a really good percentage, you will get admission in any university. It's not like that. If you don't have good percentage, but you have something related to your course, like if you have done some internships or certifications, or you have done some research in that, so at the time of interview, they will judge you on that basis instead of your percentage.
I hope the viewers are listening it well, and now they won't ask me this question in my live session or in comment that, ma'am, I have 60 percentage. Can I apply in universities? Okay, so that was the question, Bhavar, and I'm so happy that you said you agreed to come on the channel and to share your experience. And for sure, this will help the other students as well. And I'm surely looking forward that you finish your all the further process, your visa process, and you come here, and then we can make another video together about your all the previous experience of scholarships and of the visa process. So, Anmol, thank you so much for joining Travel with Meg and sharing your experience.
Thank you so much, Mega, for inviting me, and it's a great opportunity for me because before coming into Italy, people will get something motivation. I think so from me, and they will apply. Before that, I just
Yeah,
wanted to share one thing which I
yeah, yeah.
use like while writing your SOP, your English grammar should be good. Its sentences should be framed in good way. So what I used to do is, like, there are many platforms like Grammarly and another platform that you can take help, but that even ask you for money. So
Hmm.
what I used to do is, I really wanted to suggest this for the student. I used to go on gmail.com, and I use that platform. Like, I use compose mail, and like whenever any sentence is wrong, or like I have done any grammatical mistake, that will automatically correct your sentence. So I
Wow.
use that basically before writing my SOP or
Oh,
anything like.
that's so intelligent thing. Wow. Bye, bye,
Bye
bye,
bye.
and ciao,
Ciao
ciao.
ciao.